Hi, I'm Scott Specht. I'm an architect, and I created the ZeroHouse. The ZeroHouse, just to explain a little bit, it's a very small home that is ultra comfortable, but also operates itself completely independently and off the grid. The idea has been burbling around in my mind for 10 to 15 years. I started with doing models back during grad school, and every architect has a project that in their off time they're obsessed with and they want to work on. A lot of people have their own house, they do that way, but the ZeroHouse has always been in the back of my mind as this idea I wanted to bring to fruition, even really before the green economy took off. So here's how the ZeroHouse works. So you have a large wing up at the top that has two functions. It's got 40 photovoltaic panels on it, off-the-shelf photovoltaic panels, but they're also in an array that collects rainwater. When rain falls on it, they all tilt toward the center slightly, and then there's a series of rainwater tanks up in the top. The rainwater then is above the house, so you don't need pumps to pressurize your shower, your sinks, or anything else. It uses gravity to pressurize those. Before it does that, it goes through a filtration system, so you have clean drinking water, clean domestic use water. The house also has a battery array that's located in the back where the excess energy is stored, so you can charge an electric car off of it, and it works during cloudy periods when you're not generating electricity from it. Down in the bottom here are two things. There's a composting waste processor that takes all waste from the house and produces only clean, dry, odor-free compost, which you have to empty once every 6 months. So it's very minimally, needs a minimal amount of maintenance involved. Additionally, it has a set of solar panels that are up on the top of these sections that are used for domestic hot water. So it heats the water after it is collected in these tanks above. So in all, it's completely off the grid. You can drop it in place, it operates itself, and it requires very little in addition to that. But not only does it do that, it combines those systems in ways that make each one more efficient. So you can interweave these systems to create something that really has a lot more powerful effect. So we did this, we've had this proposal out for a very long time, did a package, lots of drawings, and it's gained tremendous traction. There are a lot of people interested in this. It went viral on the web, but also it's been picked up by about 80 publications around the world. DuPont even picked it up as part of their ad campaign for the miracles of science, and so it appeared in an ad in the Wall Street Journal. But part of the problem with it was still cutting the cost. It was very expensive per square foot for a lot of people. So we really went through a re-engineering effort recently and came up with a new set of ZeroHouses in 3 different sizes that really meets everyone's needs and also makes it a lot less expensive to build and something that's very economically viable. Electric cars for a long time were seen as a toy, a novelty. They were produced in the 1970s. None of them ever did very well. GM, in fact, produced one for test marketing in the 80s and 90s and ended up recalling all of them and destroying them. It's a pretty well-known story. But just recently, I think the difference came with the merging of the technology and producing a really high-quality car, but also something stylistically that you'd want to own. A beautiful body design, which had never come before with the electric part of it. And now, you reach a tipping point and it's taken over now. Most major car makers are putting the majority of their research and development dollars into coming up with electric car systems. And I could see the internal combustion engine being gone in the next 10 years. So we're hoping to do the same thing with houses, with residences. There's a trend toward micro-housing, and for some people that's very small and too small to live in. So what we've done is have an enlarged form of that with 3 different sizes. You can go from 1 bedroom up to 3 bedroom with the ZeroHouse, and merge that with the technology, but also produce something really beautiful and different looking, not just a shipping container or a box or something that indicates minimal living, but as our slogan says, you can live comfortably anywhere. So we're at the point now where we have the design and the drawings ready to go. And what we're looking for is a place to put the first models, to do the test models. And we're looking in Austin, Texas, because we think it's a perfect location, both in terms of climate for getting enough rainwater to make it work, but also enough sun year-round. It also has the right social climate for people who are very interested in things like this. So we think it's the perfect place. We're just looking for the parcel of land to be able, to enable us to build it. And we do think there's still a ton of interest in what's going on. You know, every time we present it, people are like, how do I buy one? Where do I get one? So there is a built-up demand. It's just now we have to bring it to reality and produce something that people can see and touch and feel. Right now, we're looking for strategic partners to help us make this vision a reality. You know, people who have land, who want to build on it, people in the corporate community who may have products to contribute or financing. Really, if you are interested in this project and if you happen to be one of those partners who wants to get involved, please contact us. We'd love to hear from you.